Hello and good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to your English Language Year 3 lesson with me. Today we are going to be focusing on your Get Smart Plus 3 Students book on page 86 and 87. Let's go. Do you still remember what we learned about yesterday? In yesterday's lesson, we focused more on simple past tense in the regular form. Today, we will be looking at the simple past tense, but in irregular form. Before we get into it, let's do a short recap on the simple past tense in regular form, which we have learned yesterday. All right, now look at this given slide here. So these were the list of words that were given to you yesterday on the simple past tense in regular form. For regular form, all you need to do is to add the letter D or ED. Look at this one here. All you need to do is to add the letters D or ED at the end of each root word. The root words here, the root words are actually verbs. All right? So remember that we need to change the verbs to past tense to show that the events or activities are completed, finished, or past. But what about root words, which are verbs, that ends with the letter Y? How do we change these words into past tense? All right, for root words or verbs ending with the letter Y, all you need to do is to take away the letter Y and add the letters IED to make them into past tense. For example, here, you can see the given words here. Okay, for example, the first root word given here that ends with the letter Y is the word cry. Cry. Now, cry is a present tense. To change it into past tense, all you need to do is to take away the letter Y and you add the letters I, E, D, and you will get the past tense, which is cried, cried, C-R-I-E-D, cried. Let's look at the next example given here, which is the word try. Try. Try is also a present tense and it ends in the letter Y. To change this into past tense, all you need to do is to take away the letter Y and you add the letters IED and you will get the word tried. Tried. T-R-I-E-D. Tried. Now, tried is the past tense for try. Next is the word dry. Dry, which is another verb in present tense and ends in the letter Y. So when we want to change it into past tense, all you need to do is to take away the letter Y and add the letters IED and you will get the past tense, which is the word dried. Dried. D-R-I-E-D. Dried. Okay, when this happens, they are still in the category of regular simple past tense. But remember, this does not apply to all verbs ending in Y. For example, the word fly. You cannot take away the letter Y from fly and change it into IED. Okay, because the word fly, when changed into past tense, it doesn't become flied, but it becomes the word flew. Well, I hope the short recap that we did just now would help you to understand what we have learned so far about the simple past tense in regular form. Let's proceed the lesson with another type of simple past tense, which is the irregular form. To do this, let's watch, listen, and read along to the story which was taken from your Get Smart Plus 3 students book on page 86.
Hi Anna, what did you do at the weekend?
Greg and I went to the forest. We had a lot of fun. Greg's dad took pictures. Look. I swam in the river. Greg caught a big fish. Greg's dad made a fire and he cooked the fish. We ate the fish for lunch. It was delicious. Then Greg and I picked flowers. They were beautiful. But then we saw a lot of bees and...
Oh, poor Greg!
How was the story, kids? What do you think happened to Greg? Why did he have red dots all over his face? Maybe he got stung by the bees. That must be painful. Poor Greg. Well, all right. Let's continue the lesson, shall we? Right now, I'd appreciate it if you could open your textbook and turn to page 86 and at each dialogue given, find these given words here. Okay, I'd like you to try to find all these given words from the given dialogue on page 86. So, were you able to find them? Now let's read the words together, shall we? We will start with the word did. Repeat after me. Did. Did. Next is the word went. Repeat after me. Went. Went. Next is the word had. Repeat after me. Had. Had. Next is the word took. Repeat after me. Took. Took. Next is the word swam. Repeat after me. Swam. Swam. Next word, caught. Repeat after me. Caught. Caught. Next is the word made. Repeat after me. Made. Made. Next is the word ate. Repeat after me. Ate. Ate. And the last word here is the word sow. Repeat after me. Sow. Sow. Now, what are these words, kids? Do you know what they are? These are words which have been changed to the simple past tense but in the irregular form. Irregular form past tense happens when root words are changed into a whole new word when changed into past tense. This doesn't happen to regular forms. For regular forms, all you need to do is to add ed, d, or change the letters y to ied. But for irregular, the root word will change into a different word. Okay? Now, to better understand it, I'd like you to look at this slide. I will show you each word or each root word of the given past tense here to differentiate past tense to the root word. Okay? You will see that to change these words into past tense, they will become a different word. That is why it's called the irregular simple past tense. Let's start with the past tense did. The past tense did came from the word do. Do. Whereas the past tense went, it came from the word go. Go. The past tense had came from the word have or has. Have or has. Next, the word took It came from the word take. Next is the word swam. It came from the word swim. While the word caught came from the word catch. Catch. The word made in past tense actually came from the word make. Make. The past tense ate came from the word eat. Eat. And the past tense saw came from the word see. See. Now, do you see the difference between the past tense and the root word? They are not the same at all. Well, that's all for now, kids. I hope you are able to differentiate the regular simple past tense and the irregular simple past tense. And also, you know that when it comes to regular past tense, all you need to do is to add D or ED or change the letter Y to IED. While the irregular simple past tense, you need to change the whole spelling into a new word from the root word to the simple past tense. I hope you're able to get something from today's lesson, and I will see you again soon. Thank you.